Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to start collecting Warhammer 40,000 boarding actions, and today we're going to take a look at the Drukhari. Now in this video we're going to go through how you muster a boarding patrol, what units you have access to in this particular game mode, along with the rule adaptations for the Drukhari to have in this game mode, and then look at a couple of units we recommend to get started with for the faction. We'll then look at some other units we can use to expand upon those first couple of initial purchases, and finally finish off the video with a little sample armor list of 500 points, the standard size game for a boarding action in Warhammer 40k. And so, to begin with, let's talk about mustering a boarding patrol. You can include up to 2 of the following units, though duplicates of these units are not allowed. This is the Archon, Draza, Homunculus, Lilith Hesperax, Succubus, and Urian Rakarth. These are all your different character options you're going to have available to you in this particular game mode, but some pretty nice options there. You've got, good fighters, you've got good support pieces, all pretty solid characters for a boarding action. You then can include up to 3 of each of the following units, and where you see a number of models next to the unit, these are the unit sizes allowed to be taken of those particular models. So for Cabalite Warriors you can take a 10 model unit, for Raks you can take a 5 or 10 model unit, and for Witches you can take a 10 model unit. You can then also include up to 1 of each of the following units with, again, the unit size described. Court of the Archon with 4 models, a Grotesque unit with 3 models, Incubi with 5 or 10 models, and Mandrakes with 5 or 10 models as well. We'll then have the rules adaptations for them, where a boarding patrol battle is treated as a combat patrol battle for the purposes of determining how many pain tokens you start the battle with. The Archon model will lose their Devious Mastermind ability, Cabalite Warriors will lose the Sadistic Raiders ability, and the Mandrakes will lose the Fade Away ability. All pretty standard stuff to lose in a boarding action. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where to begin with for the Force? And so, the character I'm going to suggest starting with is the Succubus. First of all, this is going to go nicely with the unit I'm going to suggest grabbing as your first unit, and that is Witches. These are 2 of the Witch Cult units you have access to in the Drukhari for your boarding action games. The Succubus, though, is a pretty decent combat fighter. Toughness 3, 4 wounds. That doesn't sound like a lot, in all honesty. You do have an invulnerable save, though, of a 4+, and a regular save of 6+, and then you've got the melee weapons of your Succubus weapons, which are 6 attacks, 2+ to hit, 3s on your strength, -2 AP, damage 1, but you do also have anti-infantry 3+, so at worst you're going to be on 3s against pretty much everything you're going to face in a boarding action. Ranged weapon wise, you can choose to have a Splinter Pistol, which is another anti-infantry type weapon, or you've got the Blast Pistol, which is, a high strength, high AP, damage D3 weapon. Now, ability-wise, this model has the Storm of Blades, where while this model is leading a unit, melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have sustained hits 1, though should apply this in, the way that boarding actions do apply their abilities. If this model is also empowered in the fight phase, then until the end of the phase, models in the unit have the Fight's First ability, which is really cool. Now, we then look at the Witches, which are a unit that she can really sort of start to benefit from. Now, they are going to have Toughness 3 again, 1 wound apiece, but they do have a 6-up invuln, but it's the same as their save. Ranged weapon-wise, you've got the option for some Blast Pistols in your unit. And then melee weapons, you've got your Hecatari Blades, which are 3 attacks per model on a 3+ to hit, strength 3, -1 AP, and damage 1. No Escape is their big ability, where each time an enemy unit, excluding monsters of vehicle, of which you won't bother facing inside a boarding patrol, are within engagement range of 1 or more models from your unit with this ability, they have to make desperate escape tests from their unit while they're battle shocked, and when doing so, you subtract 1 from each roll if they ever try to get away from you. And so, where to go next for the Drukhari? We're going to start to look at some of the combat units we have access to for the Force. And the first of these is the Incubi. They're going to be wielding their claves, which are 3 attacks at a 3+ to hit with strength 4, -2 AP, damage 2. Now you do have the option for wielding the Demiclaves on your unit's leader, which can give them 6 attacks with dual blades at 3+ to hit, strength 4, -1 AP, damage 1 with the twin linked rule, or you can wield it as a single blade, which is the same profile as the rest of the claves in the unit. Ability wise, you have Tormentors, where at the start of the fight phase, each enemy unit within engagement range of this unit must make a battle shock test. This can be really great because if your opponent fails these, all of a sudden stratagems in that combat phase are off. Now, another unit we can look at is the Beastly Grotesques. This is definitely a more sort of brutish unit. We have a 6+ invuln, toughness 5, and 4 wounds. So definitely something that actually is hard to get off the table in a boarding action for the Drukhari. Melee weapons wise, they have their monstrous weapons, which are 4 attacks each at the 3+ to hit, strength 5, -1 AP, and damage 2. And the big thing here is their ability of mindless killing machines. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack on a 4+, they can fight before they're destroyed. And you've also got the options as well to have some liquefier guns on some of your models, which are D6 attacks with the torrent rule, so auto hitting, strength 4, -1 AP, and damage 1. Now, another unit we maybe can have a look at that's definitely going to bring some more bodies to our force are the Cabalite Warriors. These are another one of our battle line unit options, and they can take a variety of different special weapons within the unit as well. This can be things like a blast pistol on your unit's leader, the blaster as well, which is an assault sort of high strength melter style weapon, though it doesn't have the melter rule. Dark Lance is another high strength weapon there as well, and you've got your Shredder and Splinter Cannon, which are both great for sort of anti-infantry, and you can have one of each of these 4 weapons within a unit. You then also have the melee weapon options to give a Sybarite weapon to your unit leader for 3 attacks at 3+ to hit, strength 3, -1 AP, damage 1 with the anti-infantry 3+ rule. Next up, and lastly, we have Lilith Hesperex. I think this is a really interesting character to bring in. Named characters can sometimes be a little bit expensive in a boarding action, but Lilith only comes in at 105 points, and I really do think she provides so much for that. 4 wounds and toughness 3, but she does have an invuln of 4+. Her abilities are fights first there, and she's got Brides of Death, where while this model is leading a unit, models in that unit have the fights first ability, and each time they make a melee attack, they add 1 to the strength and improve their armor penetration by 1 as well, so she really can power up some units nearby. Now, once per battle at the start of the phase, the model can use this ability, and when it does, until the end of the phase, the attack characteristic of Lilith is increased to 12, and this model's invulnerable save is increased to 3+, as she sort of goes for, this big coup de grace kill of something important in the enemy force. And so here we have our sample army list for the Drukhari. Now we're 490 points, 10 points under, so maybe a chance we do get that extra command point to begin the game with. But we've then gone for a Succubus to be our Warlord. We've taken the Blast Pistol here as our pistol weapon. I feel that even though the other weapons of the Splinter variety are anti-infantry, the higher strength here, meaning you can get to those 2+ to wound on particular enemies, can be really nice. Now, enhancement wise, we've taken the enhancement of Breakneck Murderer. This allows us to reroll advance and charge rolls for the bearer, but in addition, Overwatch cannot be taken against them. This can be really fun and useful for ensuring our Succubus can get into combat. For battle line, we've got our Cabalite Warrior unit, 10 models strong as required. The Sybarite, once again, has a blast pistol for that nice high strength 2+ to wound weapon, and we've got a Phantasm Grenade Launcher and Sybarite weapon on them as well. Our Cabalite Warriors, meanwhile, have a Blaster, Dark Lance, Shredder, and Splinter Cannon all in the unit, so fully upgraded. And then we have our Witches unit as well, which contains the Hecatrix, once again with a blast pistol, and we've also got a Phantasm Grenade Launcher there as well. For our other data sheets rounding out the force, we have a unit of Grotesques, all with liquefier guns, because why would you not take flamers in a boarding action? And then we've also got a unit of 5 Incubi with Demiclaves on the unit's Clavex. If you've got some ideas on what you would do for the Drukhari in your boarding actions, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallers, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderin Shot First, Kendall, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.